Greetings, fellow travelers, in this worldwide web of internet shkenominy. It is I, Stewie Dark, of Invisible Lid, here to bring you some continuation of sayings and phrases in the English language that we use in everyday life that seem to make no bloody sense. And they drive me crazy. Here we go again. I think we'll start this one off with maybe giving some examples of polite forms of expressions that make no bloody sense. Isn't it funny how, somebody is so polite and they're going to use some curse words, they're going to use some naughty language, and before then, instead of just starting to swear, they'll say, "Oh, pardon my French." Pardon your French? Are you going to swear in French? No, you're speaking English. Pardon my French. And then they'll swear. Dude, you're not going to be speaking French. What do French people do in France when they're going to swear? When they're polite? Polite? When they say something like, "Oh, pardon my English." No, dude. Just say, "Excuse me," and then swear. Right? See what I mean? Or when maybe you're, on the bus, or you're in a train, some social form of transportation, and there's an empty seat next to you, and inevitably somebody will need a seat, and they'll come up to you. Instead of just sitting down, they'll come up to you and say, "Pardon me, is anyone sitting here?" It's like, "Oh yeah, my friend Sam, the Invisible Man. Sam's sitting here." Wouldn't it be funny if suddenly there's this, "I'm sitting here." Ah! There's no one there. Why do people say that? I don't know. You know what I mean? Or another polite one is like you're at a banquet or a wedding or a wake or something, and there's food, platters and stuff, and there's something in front of you, and then somebody leans over and says, "Are you eating that?" If I was eating, do you see me eating it? Why are you? I know they're trying to be polite, like, "Can I have that?" Just say that. "Can I have that? Would you mind if I had that on my plate?" "Are you eating that?" Another polite one is like when somebody is visiting you in your residence and they need to use your restroom, and they'll say, "Can I use your restroom?" I don't know. Can you use it? Do you know how to use a restroom? Do you know how to go to the bathroom? Can you use it? "No, you may not use my restroom. You must go to the bathroom in your pants." Why don't they just say, "I need to use your restroom," or something like that? Can I? Of course you can. Just go, dude. Or just say, "Discan." See, it's already... When somebody, they want to be upfront with you with information, or be on a level, which those are two weird sayings anyways. And they'll say something like, "Well, to tell you the truth," or, "Well, in all honesty." Well, wait a second now. So all those other hundreds of thousands of times when you were talking to me and you didn't say "to tell you the truth" or "in all honesty," were you lying? Were you falsifying information? What is it when people say, "Well, to tell you the truth"? Just always be truthful. You shouldn't have to say that. Okay, be cool. Just calm down. You find out in life that basically it's what inside that counts. Really and truly, it is what inside that counts. However, our outsides kind of reflect our, a person's lifestyle, in my opinion, okay? But there's that old saying, "Well, you can't judge a book by its cover." Guess what, dude? The cover of the book is still a part of the book. So in a way, yeah, you can. You can judge a book by its cover. It's some length. But don't make it like the cover of the book has nothing to do with the book. You can't judge my face. I'm going crazy with this stuff right now. I'm going crazy. I love how somebody is like trying to compare being a pessimist and an optimist to a glass of liquid. And someone would say, "Well, if you're optimist, the glass is half full. And if you're a pessimist, the glass is half empty." Actually, physically speaking, realistically speaking, and if you were a Vulcan like I wish I was, you'd say, "No, dude, the glass is half full. It's half full. And trust me, I'm one of the most cynical guys you can ever meet in life. Yeah. But it's not half empty. There's a glass. The glass is halfway filled up with liquid." Yeah, be cool. I keep telling myself, be cool. Okay, I'll be cool. Because it's a hot day. Oh, dude, don't do that one again. Yeah. I love when someone's talking to you and suddenly they can't really recall or remember what they were about to say, and they'll say, "What was I going to say?" Huh? I have no idea. I'm not in your brain. I'm in my brain. My brain's here. Your brain's over there. How do I know what you were going to say? You could have said anything coming up. Don't have to feel. Where's my bag? Where's my bag? Like, people get really pissed off. I mean, they're really pissed off, and there's just so much anger, and it's like, I swear to God. Dude, if, God, why are you swearing at God? Why don't you swear to the person that you're pissed off for? I swear to Mike. I swear to Sarah. Yeah. Not, what does God have to? God's like, dude, quit swearing at me. I didn't have anything to do with it. And they also might be so angry at you that they'll go to hell. Go to hell. You go to hell. God dang, do these people have that kind of power? Go to hell. Whoa, God dang, I'm in hell. And if you think hell is fire and brimstone and this guy in a red suit with a tail and him, no, that's not hell, dude. Hell is like cold and devoid of life. There's no people and there's nothing, and you would go insane. And the music and the music is like the Bee Gees or the and you're like, I'm in hell. But geez, somebody has to. Don't tell people to go to hell. If anything, just tell them, get out of here. Go over there. Don't tell them to go to hell. That's not very nice. I don't think that's nice at all. You know what I mean? Or when you're trying to calm somebody down who's upset. It's like, hey, don't blow a gasket. Don't blow a gasket. Gaskets are in cars. Cars have gaskets. I don't have any gaskets. Brain matter. I don't have a gasket. My heart's a pump. My brain's brain matter. No gaskets. Or when they say, well, keep your panties on. Keep my panties on? Whoa. Are my panties falling off? Doesn't make any sense. Or when someone's so angry, they'll say, that pisses the shit out of me. Dude, urine and excrement, they're two totally different things. You can't pee shit, dude. I don't know. That doesn't make any bloody sense. It doesn't make sense. So some say sarcasm is the recourse of a weak mind. But I think it's funny how someone refer to somebody as being sarcastic. It's like, hey, don't be a smartass. Don't be a smartass. My brain is in my skull, in my head. The other end, there's no brain in there. It's just poo. I can't be a smart ass. My ass is just an ass. When somebody's like preaching about this and preaching about that, and somebody says, man, you're really on a soapbox. I'm on a soapbox. It can't be an apple crate. No, that's against the box rules. It can't be a pumpkin crate. It can't be any kind of other box. It can't be a box that could scan. And if you're on a box, a soap box, if you stood on it, you'd be like, pfft. Yeah, I know that saying comes from like 100 years ago when boxes were made of wood. Like a crate, like I was saying. But still, you're on a soapbox. If you're on another kind of box, people won't listen to you. Or some people, they just don't seem to pay attention. And so the information you're giving them, it's like it's gone in one ear and out the other. Well, no. The way hearing works is it just goes in one of your ears. Or in both your ears at the same time. Right? Right. And then also a brain thing. My brain is in the way. It can't go in. If you could look in my ear and see through the light through the other side. Well, maybe you want to try? You want to try? Someone may think that you think that they're trying to hide something from you. And they'll say, hey, look, there's nothing up my sleeve. Well, you have arms, don't you? Your arms are in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got arms in there. Oh, you either like something or you dislike it. So it either... Oh, man. Wow, that really turns me on. Well, that turns me off. What are you, a light switch? See what I mean? Some people are kind of clumsy. They're kind of clumsy. It's cool. It's cool. But some people, they have 2 left feet. they're tripping over and saying, 2 left feet. You got 2 left feet? When it comes to birth defects, that one's pretty unique. 2 left feet. What happened to your right one? Well, it turned into a left one when I was inside the womb. The way you're sitting on the couch when you're watching a movie, you may have your foot folded under your butt. And at some point, the blood has, not circulating in your foot. It's uncirculating. It's kind of gone stiff a little bit. And somebody will say, "Oh man, my foot fell asleep." Did your foot fall asleep? Yeah, my foot fell asleep. Your foot fell asleep. Your foot fell asleep. Is it having dreams? Is it having a nightmare? No, it's just a lack of blood circulation. Just move your foot, get it out of there, and go beep, beep, beep with your foot, and it'll be fine. It'll wake up. Ah! What about like when you wake up in the middle of the night? Maybe you went on like a really excruciating bike ride, and you wake up in the middle of the night, and your calf is like as hard as a rock. Your muscle is stiffened up, and it's like, and then somebody will say, "Whoa, oh man, I have a Charlie horse." That one, I don't even know how to touch that one. I don't even know where to go with that. A Charlie horse. Cereal? I'm going to look that one up on the internet because I can't figure it out. Charlie horse. Charlie horse. It's a muscle that's scamming it. You scamming. Charlie horse. Why do they call it a Frank cow? Or a Lorraine pig? Or I don't know. Please, somebody help me. Can you just help me? Send me something that can help me. Like some sense. I'm not going to do it. Somebody's just able to make it. And it's like, well, they're flying by the seat of their pants. Flying by the seat of their pants. So they have pants that fly, and they're flying by the seat of the pants. Not by the leg parts of the pants, but they're flying specifically by the seat of the pants. Okay. Next. Another flying one. Wow, you're flying high. Well, yeah, I'm not a hovercraft. I'm not flying low. I mean, if I was flying, yeah, I'm up in the air. I'm high up in the air. You think? Or when somebody just doesn't have any chance of doing it, man, it's like they're up a creek without a paddle. Man, what kind of a knuckle brain are you? You're on the creek, you're in your boat, and you didn't bring any paddles? You have no paddles. Well, yeah, so then I guess you're up a creek without a paddle. Literally. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Dude, guess what? Maybe you should go and read a science book. Lightning does too strike the same place twice. Or 3 or 4. Yeah, it totally has a consistency to want to keep striking areas. It's nature, dude. Especially if it's like a metal rod or your metal head or something. It's just going to keep... So just to tell you, lightning does strike the same place twice. Scratch that one off. Scratch it off. Speaking of lightning striking, it's like Benjamin Franklin flying his kite with a key on there and then, whoa, electricity, woo! So why is it that some people say when they're, again, upset with somebody, why don't you just go fly a kite? Why don't you fly a kite? Okay. Well, actually, there's not enough wind out there. The wind capacity is at a low today. But maybe tomorrow I'll fly my kite. Thank you for suggesting that. Makes him even madder. You ever seen like a telephone pole or something that will have a sign on it or a bill? That's another word for a sign is a bill. And the sign or the bill will say, "Post no bills." Dude. You just did. You just posted the bill. Why do they do that? You know what I mean? On all the signs of speed limits, it says speed limit 25, speed limit 65. Okay. So the limit of speed I can go, that's the limit of the speed, right? So the limit of the speed that I can go on the freeway is 65. Okay, well, that means I can go 15 miles an hour, right? Because the limit of speed is 65. I know, I'm being a knucklehead. But still, shouldn't the sign, instead of saying speed limit, it's telling you the limit of the speed that you can drive on this road, shouldn't the sign just say Speed, 65. Speed, 25. Right? All right, so sometimes you may choose to ride your bicycle. Your bicycle. Maybe when you were a little kid you had a tricycle. And then you got older, you got a bicycle. And then, maybe later on, you chose to get a motorcycle. First of all, it should be called an engine cycle. A motor is run by electricity. An engine is run by fuel. Why do they call it a motorcycle? But the one thing that I was getting at here, if I can get to my point, is that a bicycle, okay, the slang for bicycle is bike. Why do they call a motorcycle bike? It's not a bike. It's a motorcycle. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. 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 Oh, apparently, I'm not a sports person, but apparently, soccer, okay, so the game of soccer is like the biggest worldwide sport. Soccer. And it's basically football, right? Don't they call it football? I mean, it's football, I believe. But why is it in the U.S. we have this sport where you barely do anything with the ball with your feet, and it's called football? Football is where you're kicking the ball with your foot. Football. Shouldn't this be called throw ball or carry ball or get out of my way, I got the ball, don't tackle me ball or something to that? Oh, wait. There is a time when you go to kick a field goal with the football. Football. Isn't that a soccer? Man, I wish I knew. Did he get a home run? I always thought a refrigerator should just be called the frigerator. It's making it cold. Unless you had something that was cold, and then it went warm, and then you had to refrigerate it. Refrigerator. Fridge. Hey, put it in the fridge. That sounds, I don't know. The icebox. Look up in the sky and see a flock of birds, like a flock of geese in a V formation, or, you know, flock of finches, or whatever, flock of seagulls, not the band, yeah. You know, it's kind of like refers to that saying where someone says, you know, someone's referring to the fact that people of a certain, you know, interest or whatever hang out together, and it's like, well, birds of a feather flock together. You think? I mean, duh. Did you ever see a flock where it was like a pelican, a seagull, a parakeet, an owl, an eagle, a hawk, and a blue jay? And they're all being cool and peaceful together. Hey guys, let's flock together. Yeah. Birds of a feather flock together. Cereal. And why is it that people refer to you have everything there as, well, yep, you've got it lock, stock, and barrel. Lock, stock, and barrel. Lock, stock, and barrel. Why don't they just say, well, you got it all. You have everything. It's all there. Lock, stock, and barrel. I think that's an old English term, I think. But why can't it be like something, you know, key, ferret, and oil drum? None of that makes sense. What about when somebody down on their luck or whatever comes up to you and says, hey, can you spare change? Well, yeah, I think we should all spare change. I think we need to change how many missiles and jets we create in the military to blow places up. I think we should change how we pollute the oxygen so that we're all going to not have any air in about 50 years. I think we should change, you know, how we package everything in plastics. I could spare a lot of change, dude, a lot of change. Meanwhile, the dude's looking at you like, no, I want some money. Oh, you wanted me to just give you some money. Why don't you just say that? Just say, can you give me some money? Can you spare some money? Doesn't that make more sense? Along that lines, it's like when someone says, man, I got no bread. Dang, you're going to have trouble making that sandwich, dude. It's going to be like peanut butter and jelly, like, where are you going to put it? Please help us! Help us! Anybody! Or help us! Anybody, angel, Stephanos, please, somebody help us! It's a murder! Or maybe at the dinner table, you know, somebody's so hungry they're just eating really fast. They're eating so fast, and it's like, God, will you stop eating like a pig? Well, I'm using a fork. And a pig doesn't even have fingers or an opposing thumb anyways to use a fork. If I was eating like I'd be in my plate. The plate would be, yes, I'm not eating like a pig. I should just say, would you stop eating your food so fast? Or another form of saying is like, gosh dang, would you quit wolfing it down? So wolves, they're just like, hurry, eat the food, eat the food. No, if you've seen a wolf at a carcass, it's basically like a, a pack of wolves just like having their meal. Yeah. They're not like, hurry guys, the moose could come along. I mean, the bear could come along and try to take our meal. When I was a kid at the dinner table, and once in a while, my mom would cook like liver and onions or beets or Brussels sprouts. I'd be like, oh man, do I have to eat this? I can't stand Brussels sprouts. You eat your supper. There's children starving in China. Okay, well, can we mail it to them? Can we send it to them? Give it to them. Let them eat this stuff. Yeah. When you were a kid and maybe you were wrestling with a buddy or something on the front lawn, and maybe you're losing and he had you pinned down and you're like, and you're struggling and you can't get up and you're like, and you're gonna give up and you're like, Uncle. Where does that, what the hell? Why isn't it aunt? Or if anything, Godfather. I mean, the Godfather, hey, will you get off of the guy? He's a good kid. He doesn't do nothing to you. Uncle. I swear to Uncle. I don't know. When there's nothing left of that, or that's the end of it, and somebody will say, well, that's all she wrote. Oh, man, that's all she wrote? Oh, really? She's my favorite author, man. She's not going to write any more novels? God, that's really disappointing to know that that's all she wrote. Gosh darn it. This last one in this video is less of a saying or phrase or expression in the English language that makes no bloody sense than more of just a situation of communication. It's when you go to the dentist. What is it about dentists who, by the way, dentists rock. They're doctors who work on your teeth to make you healthy and give you good hygiene. So dentists, major thumbs up. Fist, skin, all that stuff. You go to the dentist, you sit down, they put the skin, you sit down, the dentist is like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. All right, well, we're going to work on that tooth today, so open wide. And they open, you got cotton balls, all the stuff in your mouth. It's like, so what have you been up to lately? It's like, how can I communicate to the taste goddess, man? And all like, so are you playing any good games lately? No. God dang, I can't communicate to you. But here's the clincher. Here's the twist ending. For some reason, dentists can understand us when we're... Because then they'll say, oh, really? Is that a good game? I'm like, yeah, I understood what you just said. Whew. Dentists, they're magical beings. All right, until next time, peace out. And please, if you like this video, please hit the like button and maybe subscribe to my silly channel, Stewie Dark Invisible Lid. Have a good day. See, I have that power. Yeah.